what are some questions that we would like to ask Abdul before we actually start this haircut? What kind of haircut do you want, Abdul?
I like to keep some hair on the forehead and definitely not make it too short for sure. My last barber sort of makes it sit like a bit like squarish over here.
Okay.
So I could make it flow a bit more naturally towards the edges.
So you like it a bit more softer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
You don't want to cut the fringe, right?
Yep.
You think it's a bit too wide on the sides, so you want to kind of bring that in.
Yeah.
Right? And you don't use any hair products.
I don't.
Right? And the length over here, we can kind of play around with that. And then also the taper on the sides or fade on the sides, it's up to us.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
If I could mention one more thing, I don't like that it kind of goes up too long, like vertically.
Okay.
You know, I'm not sure how that happens with my old barber, but yeah.
Okay.
That sort of gets to me.
Cool. So we basically did a box section that was higher than the parietal, right? Yeah. Because we want to make up for the roundness of the head, okay? So I think that would be the best way, because what did he say? He said the sides is a little bit too wide. So if we want to narrow that, let's focus on that first, right? Make sense?
Yeah.
And then, let's say if we're going to work on the fringe, that's going to be completely disconnected, I would say. Why? Because he wants to keep this longer. Now, internally, I do agree, whoever said, keep it a bit shorter, right? So, one problem solved, second problem solved, third problem solved, and then fit into it. That's how I would go about it. Okay, when I do it, I see how I hold the hair, making sure that I have control, and then I push it, okay? There's my corner right there. Come in.
And then this is the area where it begins to flatten. Feeling it, I could tell it's like right around here.
Okay.
And this is like usually where I would.
So like the highest point right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you would take that?
Yeah, and then take that to the recession point.
Okay.
Do it on the other side, and that's usually my frontal.
Okay. I like to take it just a little bit higher than that. Okay? Because let's say someone's hair is really light, okay? I want to add more density to it, right? So just for that reason, I'll take it a little bit higher. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Higher up.
Higher up, towards the back. His hair is lighter in the front, right? So in order to add more density, right? I wanted to create a bigger mapping section in the front to have that disconnected, so I can, just focus on just that disconnection. Again, taking the same angle, okay? And the comb is gonna do all that work for me. Here we go, looking for my guide. To the second, grabbing the hair. Here we go, looking for the guide. All right, so the next thing we're gonna work on is the back. I'm gonna get you guys to help me with this. Can you go get your scissors, please? So one thing that I've noticed that you're doing is that you're scooping. Instead of scooping, try to come out straight out. Because then what you're doing is you're bending the hair, and that's actually making it longer.
Ooh.
There we go. That's it. Picasso with the one snip, you know? I want you to be a lot more fluid when you're cutting. I really care for the growth pattern because it's important to follow it instead of going against it. Fringe or the top? What do you think? Top? Yeah? Okay. Let's do it. Fingers go in. Okay. Square up first. Right? And then bring it all the way up. Look for our guide, which is right there, and then we're just gonna point cut. Okay, to the second knuckle, grab our new section, again, and then boom, to the second knuckle, and the last one right there. So what do we do? Center profile section, then radial, and then we went above parietal, right? And then what did we do? We went to the sides, diagonal forward sections, starting from the first section. As we went up, we built weight. Did the same thing on the other side. The back, okay? We followed and used the section from the sides to then go and connect that to the back. Again, over direction to a bit more of a triangle shape vertically. And then we focused on the square shape on the top, right? Vertically and horizontally. And then we cut the fringe, which was completely disconnected, right? Blow dried, styled, using product after blow drying the hair. And then we added a taper, a skin taper at the very bottom, back, and there you have it.